Whether you're looking to gobble up some achievements or feast your eyes on some gorgeous graphics, Henry and I, say hello Henry,
Hello.
are here with a few of the finest deals on offer. This video is brought to you by Apex Legends Arsenal. We'll start off with the visually stimulating sale, where you'll find gorgeous games like the stylish Soulslike Wallop Fallen Dynasty. Made by the action experts behind Ninja Gaiden, Wallop sees you hacking and slashing your way through a dark fantasy world inspired by Han Dynasty China. You'll get to face off against infamous warlords and mythical beasts, use a range of traditional weapons and martial arts techniques to overcome your enemies.
And if that all sounds a bit complicated, Bex, maybe just try smacking them with, I don't know, a great big hammer. Wallop Fallen Dynasty is available now on Xbox and PC Game Pass, but you can also grab it for 25% off in this week's sale. And we don't just Souls-like games like Wallop, we Souls-love them, which is why we'd like to highlight another great action RPG called Ashen. This ingenious game puts an open world spin on the Souls formula even before From Software got around to it with Elden Ring, providing the same sense of adventure and possibility as you explore its grim fantasy realm. You'll meet plenty of other players wandering around it too, and you can choose whether to team up with them to fight evil together, or to take more of a you do you approach.
The Definitive Edition also comes with the Nightstorm Isle expansion, providing you with a whole new place to get gruesomely murdered, and it's now 75% off too. For more killer Souls-likes, be sure to check out our video on the genre, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more bespoke gaming recommendations. You can trust me on this because I completed Dark Souls.
Moving on, the last lovely game in our visually stimulating selection is The Eternal Cylinder, which takes us to a strange and wonderful world that looks even stranger and more wonderful with ray-traced lighting and 4K Ultra HD on the Xbox Series X. In this open world adventure, you play as a plucky little creature called a Trebum as it tries to lead its species to survival before a gigantic cylinder comes rolling over them. So I guess we all have our own problems.
To avoid a fatal flattening, you'll need to use the Trebum's talent for mutation to evolve all sorts of new abilities, from faster feet to flamethrowing trunks. So if you want to watch life find a way, pick up the Eternal Cylinder for 60% off. Next up, nobody knows how to secure a bargain better than Turnip Boy, even if his methods do sometimes land him in hot water. Although if you were to add a little salt to that, mash it up with some butter. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion is a top-down adventure set in a colourful world populated by personable produce. It features fast-paced roguelite style combat as you fend off the many creatures that would like to eat you, as well as a whole variety of plant-based puzzles.
And as well as you know, Bex, crime is a bit of a slippery slope, because later this year, Turnip Boy will be moving on to bank robberies for a brand new adventure. So if you want to see how this illicit tale of vegetable misdemeanors began, check out Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion for 65% off this week, or just grab it from Xbox or PC Game Pass, which is basically like stealing. Turnip Boy's hanging out in the Achievement Hunter section of this week's sale, and he's not the only one. You'll also find a very charming game called Echo Generation. Set in a quaint little town in the 90s and featuring stunning voxel art graphics, Echo Generation is just dripping with nostalgia. A mysterious crash leads a gang of kids on the adventure of a lifetime as you battle monsters in turn-based combat, recruit adorable critter companions to help you out, and then just trying to figure out what the heck is really going on around here.
Heartwarming and delightfully old-fashioned, Echo Generation is 45% off in this week's sale. For a game that gives a whole new meaning to the term fast food, check out Overcooked 2. In this chaotic co-op cooking game, you'll be racing against the clock to get a rapid series of orders served up on time and just right. Expect to see ingredients fly through the air and more than a few fire hazards as you toss, chop and hop your way across some of the most unfortunately designed kitchens in culinary history. And thanks to FPS boosts, Xbox Series X and S players will have frame rates of up to 120 FPS to help keep things running smooth when the heat is on.
No excuses for idiot sandwiches in this one then. And take a look at this meal deal. Overcooked 2 is now just 75% off, and you'll also find it over on the endless buffet table known as Game Pass. What other couch co-op games are you just crazy about right now? Hit the comments and let us know all about them. Sometimes, though, we need to express our feelings by reflecting calmly and having honest, in-depth conversations about them. Other times, we need to deal with them by smashing cars into one another real fast. Wreckfest is for those times. In this demolition derby game, you'll be trading paint with banger cars, buses, lawnmowers, and all sorts of other vehicles. Whether you're racing towards a finish line or taking part in a last car standing showdown, the game's intricate damage system makes every collision a work of art. And if you really want to see all the grisly details of your car-based carnage, Xbox Series X and S gamers can pick up a next-gen upgrade that delivers those crashes in glorious 4K.
For the base game, you can grab it off of Xbox or PC Game Pass, or take advantage of this week's 60% sale. If it's achievements you're hunting, take a trip down to the galaxy far, far away with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Featuring all 9 main Star Wars films, hundreds of playable characters, refined combat, and RPG mechanics, this is the richest, most sophisticated LEGO Star Wars experience we've ever seen. And with smooth 60 FPS frame rates on the Xbox Series X and S, it's the best looking one too.
The deluxe edition's also now 60% off and throws in a whole bunch of characters from The Mandalorian, The Bad Batch, and other charming spots from across the galaxy. Meanwhile, the base game is available on Xbox and PC Game Pass. You know, the Black Plague always took the more the merrier approach to things, and so it only makes sense that we'd bundle together both are Plague Tale games. Guess that's 2 Plague Tales? These third-person adventures have you playing as a pair of unfortunate children as they contest with cursed bloodlines and vicious soldiers in 14th century France. Between Innocence and Requiem, you'll get to see them grow stronger and more capable, changing the way you get to deal with your enemies. But you might begin to notice the toll it's taking on our young heroes too.
Both games make for incredibly cinematic experiences on the Xbox Series X and S, with stunning visuals, smooth 60 FPS frame rates, and immersive spatial sound. Grab the pair together for 30% off. If you want to see glory and achievements out on the battlefield, try Chivalry 2. This first-person slasher drops you into the mud and the blood of the medieval world, where you'll swing swords, axes, and warhammers along with up to 63 other players. The combat is meaty and visceral, forcing you to think about each move, if you don't want to end up hopping around like a character in a Monty Python sketch.
So if you think you'd look good in chainmail, and I mean, come on, who doesn't? Chivalry 2 is available on both Xbox and PC Game Pass, or you can just buy it outright for half price this week. Okay, let's close out this week's sale with Fuga Melodies of Steel. In this tactical RPG adventure, you'll be guiding a group of furry young folk as they embark on a quest to rescue their parents using a magical tank? Yeah, you know, that old tale. Along the way, you'll need to manage your crew, assigning them to the best post for their abilities, and try to make sure that they all get along. But you know what? War is no joke, so you might find yourself having to make some truly heart-wrenching decisions along the way.
You'll find both Fuga Melodies of Steel and its equally acclaimed sequel available on Xbox and PC Game Pass, while the first game is now 40% off. If you're looking for a game to take a chance on, you won't find a safer bet than Lost in Random. Luck is everything in this gloriously gothic adventure. As you battle your way through a shady fairy tale world, you'll get to take part in real-time battles, which blend tactical combat with dice rolls for a unique, unpredictable fighting experience.
And if you love the weird cartoon worlds of the Psychonauts games or the macabre stylings of Tim Burton, then Lost in Random will be right up your creepy, poorly lit street. Check it out now on Xbox and PC Game Pass, or just grab it from this week's sale for 80% off.
This video was brought to you by Apex Legends Arsenal, the 17th season of the free-to-play FPS phenomenon. With a new season comes a new legend, Ballistic, the retired gunslinger back to show the young folks how it's done. Experience the history of the world's edge in the new Apex Games Museum. Progress through new weapon mastery to sharpen your trigger fingers and earn those rewards in the new Arsenal Battle Pass. Apex Legends Arsenal has a whole loadout of new features just waiting to be discovered.
I do hope you don't begrudge me just a bit of fun before the curtain drops.
And whether the sun stays out or not, these awesome Xbox deals should be enough to brighten up the rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.